everyone, my name's Erica and welcome to TMCC's My Grad Story. Each year, TMCC celebrates its graduates by sharing through their stories through an online and social media campaign. This year, we reached out to one graduate from each academic division. After you finish watching, go ahead and watch more of TMCC's My Grad Stories. In addition to about their learning, how they became passionate about the majors, and the challenges they faced along the way to earning their degree. We have asked them to select one word to describe their journey to commencement this year. Hi, Natalie.
Hi, Erica.
Thank you for being here and sharing with me and the viewers.
Yeah, thank you.
Please tell us about the one word to describe your journey at TMCC.
So I chose the word consistency. I feel like that word could be a little bit counterintuitive, seeing that the past 2 years have been just about anything but consistent with an entire pandemic around us. But I really found that it's more in a mindset that somebody has. Without consistency in my head all of the time, I don't think I would have done what I did during this time at TMCC.
I can agree with you. Definitely time goes by really fast, and once you know it, you're done with that time period in your life and you move on to the next. During your time at TMCC, what was your favorite class and why?
So my favorite class was my NRES 210 class. This was a natural resources and pollution class. In high school, I took AP Environmental Science, and I found myself wanting to learn more about the material, and we just didn't have time for that. But in this class, I really found that it furthered on a lot of the things I wanted to know more about. And it was always interesting. There was never a dull day. And on top of that, my professor, Samir Bhattarai, he ended up being one of my favorite professors. He made the class extremely enjoyable, and he was also one of the key players in helping me really decide which education route I would like to go down in the future, which is environmental engineering, by the way. But no, and he also helped me with a lot of other things like getting internships or just getting my foot into the science world. So that was just a super cool class.
I definitely agree. TMCC professors are really amazing. They have definitely helped me, and I can hear you. They have really helped you a lot. What was the best moment of your time at TMCC and why?
So I have a couple best moments. I think that I have one major moment that I'm gonna sum up in two scenarios. So my best moment was figuring out that I felt like I was exactly where I needed to be, doing what I needed to be doing. And my very first key moment with this was in my biology 190 class. It was the last day after our final, and my professor pulled me out in the hall. I had been doing good all semester, good grades on tests. I really liked the material, and he asked me to be a peer tutor in his class, and that was super awesome. And my second moment under the same category would probably be in Olga Katkova's chemistry class, General Chem 121. I never thought I was good at chemistry. I always really liked it, but I wasn't good at it. And I think by like the third week in her class, I just understood. I was like, you know what, chemistry's awesome. This is a lot of fun. And she also helped. She offered me a position in the tutoring center for chemistry. That again was a super cool thing. I didn't get to end up doing that because of the whole pandemic. It just didn't work out. But besides that, I really enjoyed being able to find my own spot at TMCC where I could just come and do my homework. And it felt like I was in a good environment and I could accomplish things. That was pretty awesome.
That sounds amazing. And I'm sure the experience you went through is something that can teach you either now and in the future. Can you talk a bit about your internship and the snow research at DRI?
Yeah, so this is a super awesome opportunity. Again, my NRES 210 professor helped me get this position. It was through DRI, and there was probably a total of 5 interns We did this all online. It was a program to push out just general science information, or specifically, it was more specific to the formation of snow or snow history. So we had 2 separate presentations, which we presented to an individual class, and we had to reach out to teachers and try to get them on board with our program. And it ranged from like 6th grade to 12th grade, and each of us had our own teacher. For our first presentation, we just gave them some general background as to how snow forms and some of the history behind snow. And then for our second presentation, we got to choose a winter phenomena, and we used the NASA databases to get all of our information together. And I chose mine on atmospheric rivers and jet streams, which may sound surface level uninteresting, but it's super awesome. And that internship, it really did teach me a lot. I was never a great presenter, but through, I had to do like 2 presentations, 45 minutes to a class of 6th graders in Elko, and that really honed in my presentation skills. And now I feel like I could present to just about anybody. But that one was super awesome.
That sounds really great, and how fun to give a research presentation on what you accomplished and like the steps and the process going through it. Do you have any words of wisdom for future graduates?
Yeah, so through my time at TMCC, time has gone by so fast. It's been 2 years, and it feels like my first day was a couple weeks ago. The semesters go by fast, and it's like one day it starts and the next it ends, and you just don't know what happened in between. But so it's really important to stay on top of your things. Any assignments, it's just great to get them done. It's really awesome to not procrastinate. And another thing would be to really make some connections and friendships with your peers and other classmates, even professors, because they really do end up following you, and they're super helpful resources just in general. And especially as you get more specific in your degree, you'll be seeing a lot of the same people over and over. So if you build these good foundations, they really help you, and they follow you throughout your entire schooling.
Well, great advice, and I definitely agree with you. The last question I have for you, is there anything else in your experience as a student at TMCC that you'd like to share?
Yeah, I would like to talk about all the effort that some of the professors have put in. Originally, going into college, I was under the impression that, the professors are there to present the material, you go home, and that's kind of how it is. But at my time at TMCC, I have realized that the professors are really there to benefit you, and they're there to support you through your schooling. And all around, every single one of my professors have been very helpful in my progression towards success in schooling. So I think it's just really important to give them sort of a shout out or a mention, because they're super helpful and important.
I definitely agree with you. And thank you for joining and sharing with us. Thank you for joining us. Be sure to follow along TMCC's social media channels. Like, comment, and share.